Already around 20,000 years before Christ, there were human settlements in the region that is now Lebanon. From about 10,000 years before Christ, early forms of agriculture and permanent villages began to appear. Around 3,000 years before Christ, the Phoenician civilization emerged along the Mediterranean coast, with its most important cities being Tyre, Sidon, and Byblos. Between 1200 and 1100 years before Christ, the city-state culture of the Phoenicians reached its height. Around 600 years before Christ, the area became part of the Persian Empire, and from about 30 years before Christ, it came under the rule of the Roman Empire. From approximately 430 years after Christ, the region belonged to the Byzantine Empire. In the 6th century after Christ, the Arab expansion began, and Lebanon became part of the Umayyad and later the Abbasid Caliphate. From 1140 years after Christ, the Crusaders ruled the coastal areas until in the 13th century after Christ, the Mamluks took control. In the year 1526 years after Christ, Lebanon became part of the Ottoman Empire, a status that lasted until the end of the First World War. After the war, in 1920 years after Christ, the country was placed under a French mandate. On the 22nd of November, 1943 years after Christ, Lebanon gained its independence and became a sovereign state. In the decades following independence, Lebanon remained a country of great religious and ethnic diversity. The political system, known as the National Pact, distributed the main offices of power between Christians and Muslims. However, between 1975 years after Christ and 1990 years after Christ, the nation endured a devastating civil war that brought immense destruction, countless deaths, and deep social scars. In the years that followed, Lebanon continued to experience recurring political crises, economic hardship, and conflicts with neighboring countries. In the 2000th year after Christ, a massive explosion occurred in the port of the capital city, Beirut, killing more than 200 people and sparking widespread protests against corruption and government failure. In the years that followed, the economic collapse worsened. In the summer of 2024 years after Christ, the country experienced an almost complete nationwide power blackout, exposing the severity of its ongoing crisis. In January of 2025 years after Christ, after more than 2 years without a head of state, the military commander Joseph Aoun was elected as the new president. In February of the same year, a new regular government was formed under Nawaf Salam. Its goal has been to overcome political paralysis and economic suffering and to bring renewed hope to a nation long marked by instability, foreign influence, Qi, and internal divisions. Today, in the 2025th year after Christ, Lebanon stands at a crossroads in its history, weary from crises and conflict, yet still carrying within its people a profound desire for peace, justice, and renewal.